Cristal, I wanted to talk to you about the LGBTQIA community.
Yes.
Specifically about one identity that is very misunderstood and not very well known, and that is the intersex community or the intersex identity.
From what I know, is that they actually are both, and they're not fully this or that.
Okay.
So they're in an in-between of gender.
Okay.
And they, from my understanding too, that they're actually biologically born that way.
Are you familiar?
I'm not at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of intersex people? Ever?
No, I have not.
We want to know, why do people know about being intersex? Are you familiar?
I have no idea. I'm sorry.
No idea.
No.
So we're starting from zero. Do you know anything about the intersex community or identity?
Not exactly.
Dime la verdad, si no sabes, no importa.
Voy a pasar por ignorante hoy.
No, Mariana, no. ¿Sabes por qué te digo? Porque muchas personas están todavía aprendiendo. We had the opportunity to interview someone who is intersex.
Oh, wow.
And we got the 411 on what it is to be an intersex person.
Hi.
At the time, I identified as a queer man person, but I knew that I had this whole medical history and of being born without testes and the medicalization of taking certain hormones, certain surgeries that had to be done to pass as a normal man. And I just thought it was just a weird thing that happened in my life until I was writing the short film and I realized it was part of that condition I was born with was part of the intersex umbrella of, a group of people that aren't biologically male or female and exist on the spectrum in their sex traits. I just had this intense fervor from that moment on, that because I hadn't seen that in any form of media. It was like a YouTube video that I saw that made me realize oh my God, people are talking about intersex identities. There's a community, there's human rights violations regarding the normalization of intersex bodies and non-consensual surgeries that children go through. And I just knew from that moment on that I had to incorporate this into my work. I had to make a short film that would later become a feature that just dove deeply into that part of my identity and my history. And also, I just also had to do it for myself in order to figure something out and see what I needed to see in order to validate my own lived experience and reality.
Intersex identity is, first of all, very important for us to learn more about. There's a biological aspect to it, and then there's a self-identity aspect to it. There's never a doubt about, that you are kind of separated from the conventional, what people like to say about gender.
I feel like people should be what they are, and who gives a right?
No, and it's beautiful because I think the more you know, the less scary it is to get to know people that are different than you, right?
That's true. I think education is great. I think people learning more is great. Instead of seeing it as that, they should see it more as I'm learning something new.
Yeah.
My worldview is expanding, not being challenged.
Mi hija es la que siempre me explica un montón de cosas que nunca entiende, pero ella sí sabe todo. Todos los términos se los sabe y trata de explicarme, pero pues prometo que voy a investigar más sobre los
¿Cómo
términos.
se llama tu hija?
Valeria.
Valeria. Muy bien. I'm learning. We're all learning together. And thanks to people like River who have opened their hearts and minds for people to see them for who they truly are and be okay with that.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for sharing. I'm gonna learn more.